Hi everyone, Ben Faulks here from Ray White, Canberra. Coming to you at the start of September as we're moving into the second stage of lockdown in the ACT. Just want to give you a bit of an update of where things are at from both a business perspective but also the climate that we're now operating in. From a sales perspective, things have not missed a beat and we're pleased that building inspections are now available to be done, as are photos and videography. That's going to bring a lot of new listings to market. After you would have noticed, if you're looking to buy a home at the moment, things have dried up in terms of available stock for you to consider over the last week or two. Now, from a Ray White perspective, we had a personal best month in August, believe it or not, even with that lockdown scenario, with 60 sales and over $50 million in real estate transacted. I think the thing that I'm most proud of from our team is the way that they all came together, particularly around the virtual auctions, where we proudly sold 27 out of 27 homes under the hammer once lockdown was announced. Our average bidders over 5 and generally strong competition, pleasingly matched by very good customer feedback from both our sellers and our buyers. In the lending space, Natish and his team from Loan Market continue to see demand far outweigh supply. We have twice as many pre-approvals as we did this time last year, with over $40 million worth of lending approved for people to purchase. That is just a significant weight of money still looking to enter the system. And while we've got some confidence that pricing will continue to perform as forecast in the months and years ahead. We've now seen the COVID emergency response legislation come into play for both residential and commercial tenancies. On the residential front, there's obviously that scenario with the disaster relief payment, which is generally supporting people maintaining their income. But there is now a provision related to how we as property managers and landlords inclusive are to engage with tenants during that space. So far, we've only had 4 out of 1,600 tenants reach out for us for consideration and relief. However, if that's something that's impacting you, we really do encourage you to speak up, come and talk to us, and we'll help you navigate that space. On the commercial front, obviously slightly different, and it's very unevenly distributed by asset class. So in the retail and the office market, some of those businesses are feeling the pinch. And there's a provision which is pretty much common sense, matches where we were in 2020, in terms of how landlords and tenants are expected to come to negotiations around rent relief. Now, the ACT government's almost also stepped up, I should say, and there's going to be some land tax relief for landlords, which will help offset, we hope, some of that potentially lost rent for tenants. Again, of our 800 tenants that we manage over 800 tenants we manage in our commercial business, we have had a handful of people reaching out. And again, if that's a consideration, something that's impacting you, please do speak up. We're absolutely here to help. Sticking in the commercial sphere, whilst our property managers have been busy finalising their outgoings for their owners, but also working with our tenants around the new COVID relief scenario, what hasn't slowed down is the sales and leasing business. We thought we might have seen a bit of a blip, but we've had some wonderful lease proposals go out, and we've also had some strong sales negotiated, particularly in that sort of $2 to $4 million sales price bracket, and prices continuing to blow owners away. So we would love to be talking to you about your commercial property needs at the moment. And part of the benefit of the Ray White commercial structure is that we've got experts across industrial, retail, office, and then the private client high net worth market. So regardless of where you sit, we've got somebody who can help. More broadly speaking, we just wanted to send our support out to everybody in the community who's working through this kind of new normal. In particular, if you're like me and you've got a 7, a 5 and a 1-year-old at home, or any variation on that, you'll appreciate the absolute love and affection that I have for my wife, who's managing that side of things. And for the 100 people within the Ray White Canberra group, we know all of you are working as hard as you can for your clients, but also trying to maintain that bit of sanity at home. So we thank you, and we're very, very grateful for the commitment that you're showing to the business and the clients that we serve. Stay safe, everybody. We look forward to staying in touch, and we're here to help however we can.